people living in village can never speak English and can never learn English properly. I'm saying this because people living in village do many mistakes while learning this language, which they should take care and they should not do such mistakes. I am saying this because I am also a person who is living in village and trying to learn this language English from a long time. And in this journey of mine of learning English, have realized those mistakes, and in this video I wanted to share those mistakes which you should not do while learning this language English. And if you are a person who are living and residing in a village and wanted to learn this language English speaking, and you are actually, if you are learning this language and if you are living in village, I think, guys, trust me, you should and I think you need to watch this video completely, so that you might get some points which I will tell you, which I have observed and which I have learned in my journey of speaking English. Guys, let me tell you something about myself. I am Bijay Kumar and I am a student living in a very remote area, and I can say a village where nobody speaks English. And you know the environment of village. In village, people speaks their regional language, and as you all know that in our India, or let me tell you, I live at Jharkhand states. About this states you must be knowing about this state. So guys, let me tell you, in our area where I live, it's a very remote area and it's a village area. Here people do not speak English. Hardly and very rarely you will find that someone knows about English. So living in such an area, it's become very tough to learn this language English. And let me tell you that English is a very important language to know about, because in this world now and in today's time, it has become very important to know about this language. And now let's come to the those mistakes which I was talking in the beginning of this video, that people who are living in village and trying to learn this language, they should not do such mistakes, and they should avoid those mistakes which I have done and which I have observed throughout my journey of speaking, of learning this language English. So guys, let me tell you thoroughly, let me tell you with very details, and I will try my best to make you understand those points which you should avoid. So guys, first of all, if you are a person living in village, then first of all what you need to do is, guys, regular practice. What happens in village, people who are living at village, actually they do not practice for their English every day. Actually, people living in village, they have to do lots of household work, like they have to work in field for their crop cultivations, and they do lots of household work. If you are living in village, you must be understanding what I am trying to say, and you must be knowing about it. People, even everybody, they need to do lots of work in this process. They sometimes they skip their practicing of English. So the number one point is, people living in village should never avoid their practice, English speaking practice. Second, people living in village should always, and not always, every day they should try to learn some new words. because you know that English is not our mother tongue, and English is such a language which is not being spoken in our area, so that we can hear it and learn something every day. We have to make our effort to learn new words every day, because until and unless we will have lots of word bank in our mind, or vocabulary, to which we say vocabulary, if we will not have a good vocabulary, then it will be very tough to express our views, and whatever we would like to say, and we would like to speak our thought, it will be very difficult sometimes, and we will get stuck somewhere. So it's very necessary to every day work on our vocabulary and learn some new words. Okay, and the third one is, guys, we people who are living in village, actually we do lots of mistakes in the pronunciation of words. Even I believe that I have not become so much perfect in the pronunciations of some words. Even I believe and I accept that I do lots of mistakes in the pronunciation, because I observed many times that I am making mistakes in pronouncing these words. So the third points become very important, and that is pronunciation. People living in village really need to focus on their pronunciation. It will not come automatically and within a day. We need to work on it regularly and with consistently. I think I am making a mistake to pronounce this word. Actually, yeah, and for village people it's become more important, because in village they have to speak, and they speak their regional language, sometimes Hindi, and sometimes when they practice for their English, they also speak English also, but the most of the times they do not speak English, and that's a very big mistakes. And what they can do also, living at village, they do not get partners, they do not get many opportunities to use that language English. Even they wish to speak English every time, they couldn't do that, because in village, if some people will go to shop and somewhere go to field for walking, for anywhere they go, they will not get people who understand English and who speak English, so they become forced to use their regional language and Hindi. So in this way they do not get much opportunity to explore their English and to use their English most of the time. You must be knowing, and you will accept it, that most of the people living in village, they who really wanted to learn English, they practice by themselves, with themselves only, by looking at the mirror, or by thinking in English. In this way only they try to learn English. So for village people it's become very tough. Otherwise, English is a language which is not very difficult to learn, but the circumstances, the situations the village people face, and the situations in which the village people lives, those circumstances and situations make it very tough and difficult for the village people to learn this language. So guys, there are many more points which I would like to say. In fourth point, let's say about the fourth point, instead of so much difficulties and difficulties, I can say, please, there are some people who are very determined, who are very enthusiastic to learn this language. To those people I would like to say that please do not never give up give up to learn this language. It's a very, let me tell you, you just think yourself and you believe in yourself that you know this language, and you try to speak it in your mind. Whatever you think, try to think in English, and try to speak also, and to your friends. In you can do one thing, that you make a community, a small community in your village, and you choose those people who have some knowledge in English, and you can do this thing, that you make them to speak English. If you try to make them understand the importance of English, and if they know, if they could speak English, what they can do, and you just can make a small community, or say a small community, or you can say a small group of people who can speak English, and every day you sit with them, discuss some points in English. In this way, it will be quite easier to speak in English. And one more thing on this I would like to add, that if you are watching this video till here, and and obviously if you are watching this video till here, then definitely you must be wanted to learn this language with whole of your heart, with all your heart. I can with all your heart. I don't know, sometimes I make mistakes, and when I feel that I'm making mistakes, I become nervous. Oh, leave that one. So what I was trying to say, that if you are a people living in village and wanted to have English practice, if you want to have English practice with me in a conversation, in a video conversation, then you can approach me, you can contact me, and I am putting my email ID in your as you can see on the screen of your phone, our screen. That is my email ID. You can message me for English conversation practice. See, I'm also a learner, and I'm also trying to learn this English, and then learn this language, and I'm trying to make good command on this language. And just like you, I'm also a student, and I'm living at a village, as I said in the beginning of this video, that I really make lots of efforts to learn this language. Sometimes people laugh at me, and sometimes I also think, and it's come to my mind that what people may be thinking about me. I have gone mad, or what I am speaking to myself only. In this way, sometimes such kinds of thought come, and it is very obvious. You might have also feel such kinds of thing in your case also. So in this case, you should ignore this unnecessary, useless thought, because these are the thoughts which will be obstacle in your journey of learning this language, or it can demotivate you sometimes. So you should avoid and ignore such kinds of thought. And do remember, and if you are really wanted to learn this language, and if you consider yourself a spoken English aspirant, yeah, you believe in yourself, and you believe that you can speak, and you know you have enough knowledge about grammar, some words, vocabulary. You have enough vocabulary. You start speaking and you start thinking, then only you will able to speak. See, when I started making this video, I was not knowing that which points I will share with you and what I will say to you. And once I started speaking, it's the thoughts, the points which I shared with you now, it's automatically came to my mind, and I am speaking. And how could I do that? I could do it only when I started speaking. Then only I could share my thoughts, and I could tell you some points. If in the beginning only, if I would had given up that I will not able to speak, and I will not able to say any points with you, then would it be possible to tell you any points and to speak and make a video of 15 minutes? Now it has this video has gone of 15 minutes. It has become of 15 minutes, and initially I was like very nervous to see anything, but see, now I have spoken lots of things. So guys, start speaking, start walking, start your journey, and do remember, I as your friend is always there for practice. If you want to have English conversation practice with me, do contact me through that email ID, and in the description of this video there will be a link of application that is called a Skype. It's a application. So see you guys, bye, have a good day, and keep working on your English.